Well, welcome to Anything Is Possible. You're about to watch the first hunting video on our channel. So Lyle turned 12 and we are just starting to get him into hunting. So I've got my blind here at my house. Gonna go show you where we hunt, which is right behind our house. So today's Friday. I'm gonna go down on my lunch break. I kind of scraped out a spot we want to hunt, hoping the blind fits there. Gonna set the blind up, and then tomorrow morning Lyle and I will hunt there. And he just turned 12, so he's a legal hunter now, as I am. So kind of created a trail through here that we'll go into. I've shot a few deer here over the years, but I haven't hunted much in the last few years. My buddy Nick Stumpo gives me plenty of deer meat, and I also butcher on the side, so I've had a few deer dropped off, which I do for free, and maybe just share some of the meat. Works out. So yeah, pretty nice little patch of woods right here. We have like maybe 2-3 acres, but all our neighbors also have 2-3 acres, and it adds up. And then there's a bunch of cornfields that you can't really see from here, but we'll keep filming all our hunts. We'll try to make them fun to watch, and they'll be nice. And as the year goes along, the leaves will drop and you'll be able to, there's a toad. See that guy right there? Chout toad. You'll be able to see the progression of the seasons here in the same patch of woods. I can tell you from previous years, it looks so thick here, but within a week, you'll be you know, just out in the open. You'll feel like you're an apple in a tree with no leaves. So here's the spot we cleared out right here. It looks small. I don't know if we had to get in here or not, but I know this is one of my neighbor's properties here. The buck tend to come out right along this edge, and we're primarily after buck this season. I can take a doe, but I think we want to let the doe walk so that they attract the buck during the rut season. So let me get the camera set up because I am on my lunch break and I need this job. So let me see if I can get this set up. All right, I got it all set up. It's not as hard as I just made it look. It's been a while since I set it up. It's probably only the third time I've used it. So I'm gonna go in. Let's go in and take a look. Now, I don't really have a path to get into it from this side, but here's the trail we came down. So in the morning, I'll be able to sneak in here and right inside the door. Just like this. At the bottom I've dug all out, so it should be nice and quiet. And we have a shot that we want right there. We got the little creek over here. I don't know if you can see that. So they come over here to drink. And I've shot many right out in this opening right here. So that's it. We'll be out here in the morning just to do a little observing. We'll have the gun or the crossbow with us. We use a crossbow here. I know it's not the most sporting, but we are surrounded by houses and we don't need a deer running 500 yards away because of a bad place shot. So we are here to harvest some meat. We love the sport of hunting, but we are here to fill our freezer, nothing more. All right, I do want to add some extra ropes here. I did put some stakes in, but I will want to add some extra ropes. But this blind, Your Choice it's called, but it's well made. We got all these sliding windows in here, no zippers, so it's nice and quiet. Probably can shoot through this stuff. Not that I would, but so you can open just what you need to open, nothing more. So yeah, let's get back to work before I get fired. There's the little creek here. We'll keep you posted on these hunts here, and you'll see this area just open up as the leaves die off. Get a pretty nice view. My buddy Nick and I used to joke about doing a hunting show in the suburbs, because all these shows you see, not so much now with YouTube, but back in the day, you know, when you'd wake up on a Saturday morning and watch you on ESPN or whatever channel it was on, and Buckmasters, Jackie Bushman. It was always so professional, which is awesome. But we hunt in the suburbs, like where you're hunting around trash day. Your lawnmowers are up. Neighbors' kids are smoking pot under your tree stand. So we might capture some of that fun stuff as well on our little videos. It's a big tree stump. So yeah, part of our hunt is going back and notifying the neighbors that I'll be sitting in the woods like a psychopath tomorrow with a crossbow. But we have great neighbors. I'm out of breath. I need to get in shape. I do live on the side of a mountain though. So there's the view from up here. Like that.
Interesting.
Get the other one on like that. See how the line goes in that little roof?
Yeah.
You take this, see where my foot is?
Mm-hmm.
And then you pull it straight back. Here is our crossbow right here. It's a Barnett, gets the job done. And we're gonna sight this.
Here.
And Lyle's over here. We're gonna sight this in. Test out our super slow motion.
Oh yeah, I want to see a super slow-mo. Oh, that was hard. That's louder than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a bow and arrow where it's like I actually saw like a dust or something come shooting off.
Hunt number one.
Oh, yeah.
Trained to killer. Yeah, I'm a fun hat. There's Kev.
I want to see your face in your hands.
Okay, make sure you have everything. So we're gonna go down the trail.
The first time basically actually hunting.
Yeah, now be quiet when you go down. There's a good chance we're gonna hear deer running out of the spot. Okay, do you have anything you have to say before we head down?
No.
Okay,
I'm good.
let's go.
Okay, how was it? Wow.
So Lyle did a good job on his first hunt. We headed down to the blind, saw some birds, nice cardinal here. We saw a neighbor's cat come through. All the suburban things. Nothing crazy, but you know, it will happen. We saw a gray squirrel, but we do not shoot gray squirrels in our yard because we once raised a squirrel, Jumpy Squirrel, and he's probably dead and gone, but just in case he's not, every squirrel that comes in our yard could be Jumpy. That's at least my kids' point of view on that. So there is no squirrel hunting on our property. But other than that, it was a nice morning out. We didn't spend too much time out there before wrapping it up and heading back up to the house. All right, first hunt in the books. I was gonna head up. I was gonna head this way.
Oh yeah.
And then take that left turn right there.
Oh yeah.
There goes Lyle. We saw squirrels, cardinals, cat. So, not bad. No one cut grass. No one took out the trash. It was a pretty good suburban hunt. So, there's a gimpy buck that comes around. We didn't see him today, but we're not allowed to shoot him. He's got a broken foot. And we've decided to let him walk this year, see if he'll heal up. He's got good genes. So we don't want to shoot that one. And then we're not shooting any doe. So we're waiting for a buck, and in Pennsylvania they have to have at least 3 points to 1 antler. So we're not going to hunt too much here yet. Going to wait till a little bit later in the year and try to get a buck. We are going to head up the mountains now, and going to help my dad take a tree stand down. And we might do a little hunting, take the BB guns up there with the boys, have some fun. So maybe we'll shoot some video up there, I don't know. And maybe we'll even be back in time to do an evening hunt tonight. Later. All right, we are going to do a little small game hunting. We got the stand down earlier in the day.
We got some worms.
And guess what? What Uncle Bill do?
Kill a deer.
Yep. And we grabbed the 22. And we're going to kind of check out a spot to hunt later in the season, but we're also going to do a little squirrel hunting on the way.
Do we have to go back?
So we didn't get any squirrels, didn't even see a squirrel, but we did do a lot of good scouting out of some spots for deer hunting, which we are going to hunt this area probably next weekend for deer. I'm going to set a blind up and do an evening hunt up there. But no squirrels, no deer in the morning, but we did not leave empty-handed. We did manage to get the heart from my brother's deer, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that deer heart right now. We're going to pickle some deer heart. Real simple recipe. No pickling spices. The heart comes in its own little bag. I'm going to give it a good rinse off. Get in each chamber here. Stick your finger in. Make sure there's no blood clots in there. Get all that stuff out. Pump it. And I'm just going to go around and I'm going to trim these little pieces of white meat. They won't taste very good. Get them out of there. I'm going to put that in a pan. Just going to barely cover it. And I'm going to bring it to a boil. The only other ingredient we're going to need tonight is brown sugar. Alright, so it's just about to boil. I don't know if you can see this really good. The lighting stinks here. It's just about to boil, so now we're going to add the brown sugar. About that much. And I choose that much because that's what's left in the bag. Give it a little stir. Get that brown sugar off the bottom so it doesn't burn. And you're going to want it to boil for 30 to 45 minutes. You want that hook to cook, the heart to cook fully through. After that, it's late. It's been a long day. I'm going to throw it in the fridge. Finish it up tomorrow. Good morning. We're back at it next day, cutting up the rest of the heart. Our heart, well rested, And cut up one large onion. Could probably use a second onion, but we're going to make one work. And then we're going to add the salt, pepper, vinegar. That's my coffee. I need that yet. The heart, it's got the valves in it. So you want to get rid of that material. It's pretty easy once you start cutting to see what I'm talking about, and the veins, all that stuff. But I mean, look at that material. So I like to keep it as big as possible. Making like slices. Doesn't really matter, but I just think it's tastes better the thinner it's cut. Not even tastes better, more it just feels better. But you see how that meat looks. We're starting to get into that material there, so I'm going to cut in a different angle. Alright, so now we got the pile of good meat, pile of good onions. Just going to mix it up a little bit. Put a couple slices in the bottom of my jar. I recommend using a glass quart jar, but this isn't going to last long, so we're going to let this soak. This is only going to sit in the fridge for 3 days, so plastic's fine. So we got it all in our quart jar. Looks yummy. I'm going to fill the jar about halfway up with cold water. Okay. I'm going to do half teaspoon of salt and half teaspoon of pepper. We're going to use vinegar. I'm going to use apple cider vinegar. A lot of people use white vinegar here, or white cider vinegar, and I think that's just for color. I don't know. We're going to use this one. And I think this is what I used before. I tend to make things differently each time, so I end up watching my own videos sometimes. Gonna grab back of a spoon here, just give it a little mix so all those ingredients mix together now. That's it. I mean, we're gonna cap this, we're gonna put it in the fridge for 2 to 3 days. And we're gonna eat. Welcome back. 3 days have passed by. Our deer heart is ready to try out. So I made a sandwich. On the sandwich, put a little bit of mayonnaise, and then I put some jalapeno peppers from the garden on there, turkey, cheese, and some lettuce from the garden, and a tomato from our garden. So now I'm going to add the deer heart. This is the pickleless pickle recipe here. I have to be careful not to eat too much because I know my boys want some. Put some of the onions, a bit of the deer heart on there. Let's get a piece of the deer heart. Try that too. So good. Okay, 3 pieces is going to be plenty for me. And I want to save the rest for the boys. Get you a good look at that. Okay, let's try this out here. The onions are terrific. So good, guys. It adds a nice touch to the sandwich. I mean, just eating it plain is really good. So we always used to do bike rides every fall and towards Christmas time as groups, mountain bikers, and a couple of the hunters. And there's not too many hunters in the bike community. A lot of more of the liberal leaning type people who tend not to be as outdoorsy. There's exceptions in every group, but for the most part, that's true. And in our group, there'd be a few outdoorsmen in the bunch, and we'd always bring pickled deer hearts. And it's funny, we'd have everybody trying them, even the people that were like, you know, not outdoorsy at all. They're delicious. It's a piece of meat that most people throw out. So I got this one from my brother's deer. My good friend, Nick Stumpo, he just got a nice buck. So I got to see that deer right after he harvested it, helped him get it over to the butcher shop. So, and I'm blessed to have some of that deer meat coming to us in the freezer in a few days here. So I'll show you that and I'll show you some meals and prep with that. We've got some deer jerky we need to make. So I'll definitely do a deer jerky recipe that I think you guys will like. But got a couple things to do around here. It's a beautiful fall day, just grabbing some lunch. You're gonna see us back out more hunts. Hope you come along, and I'm excited to film the hunts. Been filming all fishing videos, and filming hunts is something that's pretty new to me, and editing the hunts is pretty new to me, so I'm super excited to share that and get to meet Lyle a little bit more. You see Kevin all the time, but you'll get to see Lyle. He is a gem. So yeah, that's it for us. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Live wild.